Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Game of Thrones When It's Coming. It's been quite a while since I last did a video. It's probably been 3 months almost, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. I've had some stuff happening in private life and some health issues and so on that has been keeping me away from doing videos, but I'm hopefully back for full time again. And yeah, what a way to start it with by going through some updates that has been happened here recently. I of course also have to get into everything again, so bear with me with that if I sound a little bit out of shape or form, if you can say like that. It's been, like I said, some time since I've last done a video. But we had a update recently, I believe it's 2 or 3 days ago that we had it, where we see the awakening for Varys being, of course, completed, opened up. There will be awakening for Marjorie, which we don't have yet. It'll be in next weekend or at the next week or something like that. It might be Friday. We have the new rankings for the board with the compatibility assessment, and along with that we also have some stuff regarding a possible new event that's been a little bit revealed that we're also going to take a look at fast. And then of course there's some improved matchmaking regarding Fiery Crystal Mine and some other quest system, chats and so on. I'm not entirely sure how some of it works, but what I do know I will basically include in this video, and then of course general bug fixes and issues that have been resolved. So that's what we're going to take a look at in this video. As mentioned before, the first thing we're going to take a look at is the Varys Awakening skill. He has of course all the basic stuff regarding active skill, damage increase, cooldown decrease, max level and so on. His hidden ability effects are split on to Spearman Defense, Fortification Attack, Fortification Construction Speed, and research speed. So it's a bit iffy, it's not something that's highly useful. I guess the Spearman Defense is somewhat okay, but from what I can see, it also says here, it says the bonus is available when you have unlocked the commander. So does that mean that you can just unlock it and then it will be put onto you passively? I believe it does. I think that Sabrina has something similar, so that's something to keep in mind, that it's basically passive defense spearman boost that you don't have to set him out to actually get, which is decent of course. It's always, like, extra stats are always nice to have. And his awakening skill is basically Collector's Secrets, which is applied immediately when unlocked, which is research speed is increased by 20% and research resource cost reduced by 10%. Of course, for the old accounts, this is now so far into the game that it barely has any value. But for younger accounts or newer accounts, it's highly valuable, in my opinion, because it helps them speed up things to catch up to the other members, as long as they don't, or all the players, as long as they have the speed ups required for it. And it's also the fact that in the VIP, when they changed the VIP rewards, they also added a bunch of Varys tokens in, so they basically pushing that new players should get Varys as fast as possible because of the research buffs that he gives basically, and then of course to basically just plow through the research part of the game. But that's kinda everything about him. I think it's okay. It's not something I will go for, but for newer accounts it's probably useful. We also have the combat assess system ability thingy added, combat ability assessment, which you basically see is basically a general score that you get for various things in terms of the combat department. Could be the badges that you have, the refinement, the level, in terms of dragons and skills and so on. So it's basically there's a compiled assessment of your combat stats, I suppose you could say it like that. And we have also gotten a complete ranking for the entire alliance as well, which you can see when you click on the world ranking. You can see it's basically here, alliance score ranking, and if you click this marker here, you can see that alliances are ranked according to their total historical highest power score of all members in the alliance. During the matchmaking for All Out War, the top 16 registered alliances enter the Super Battlefield. The Super Battlefield is more brutal with more rewards. And it's basically compiled score of all the alliance members inside the alliance and their max gear level, if you can say it like that, when they are max combat mode. It's basically based on the historical highest point that you have, so even though you might lose some members and so on, it will not change the fact that you have a high combat ability assessment. So that's something that you have to keep in mind, and also why you should be careful about trying to mess around with it. But the main thing is that there is going to be a event called All Out War apparently, and it's apparently also going to be taking place on a battlefield, so that might be something heavily PvP related. Maybe it's something related or similar to Champion City Siege, and I believe that the top 16 registered will be put into one super battlefield together, while others will probably have a smaller battlefield with less alliances inside, ranked against each other. And I'm thinking that this will probably come out in a couple of months maybe. We just recently got, or the last thing we really got that was big was the Fiery Crystal Mine, and they're still working on tweaking that and making changes to that, so I assume that this is probably something that comes out maybe after the next Siege of Winterfell season or Glorious Battle season, I'm not sure. But it's there, it's something to keep track of, and you can also see that your alliance scores are basically also, these are updated over time, so if you get higher ranking and then go down again, then it will just keep the highest ranking that you had and add it to the alliance total. Lastly, we have the small changes to the Crystal Fiery Mine. As you know, this is also the place where you can get weapons. You can buy them in the shop, or you can also actually drop the Oath weapon directly from the mine, or you can get a weapon chest where it possibly could be in from the mine as well. But they have added quests which will usually show up here. Since it's Saturday, it doesn't really show up right now. You can see that have added a small note on when the mines will be open, which is every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. It will be opened at reset time, so it's kind of sucks for European members. I suppose they will miss out half a day, if not more, based on work. And you can see that, or you can't see, but usually at the top there will be a weekly quest, which will be starting Monday morning and then going until Friday evening. And that quest could be anything from having to harvest a certain amount of points in mines, or having to attack a certain amount of times someone sitting on a mine, or something like that. It's basically simple quests. They give, I believe, 45 minutes or 1 hour speed up plus a chest, which is nice, and of course, yeah, it helps you basically progress further. If you have struggled in the cross-server mine, you might want to take a look in your own local mine. I personally go into the cross-server mine because usually there are so many mines there that it's somewhat okay to avoid getting hit. But that's just my opinion on it. But you can probably expect it will probably expand further on it in the future. But this was kind of everything for this update. I hope you liked the video. I'm a bit out of shape, but I hope you can survive it. And of course, like and comment if you want to, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you want to play the game or have access to the music that I'm using in the video as well, then it will be down in the link description below. And yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend, have a great AC season, and take care. Bye bye.